Welcome to today's guided practice session. It's another very special guided practice session. Today is part 2 in a little series that we're doing, and we're calling it, you ready for this? Ear training with standards. So it's a common device in ear training to use a common melody or song to help recognize an interval. And I wanted to do these with jazz standards. I thought we all are aspiring jazz pianists. We're trying to learn the book as well as improve our skills. Let's use some jazz standards and Great American Songbook standards to help train our ears up. Now, this was inspired by a new course I have over at Open Studio called 5-Minute Ear Training. You can check out a link in the description here for that course. And this is also part 2 of the series. So we put a link in the description here to part 1. We're going through very slowly here in just 4 interval increments. Ascending and descending, because there is a difference. If you talk to anybody here in the comments who's been doing this with me as the weeks have been going on, for some reason it's not the same going up or going down with the intervals. So it's important to kind of think about them in those 2 different ways. So I'm really excited about this work. Ear training is super duper important. I don't think I've ever said super duper in my life before, but you know, that's what happens when you're live. So shall we? Let's get to it, eh? I'm just so excited to be here with you today. And we're going to start. Last week we did minor seconds, major seconds, minor thirds, and major thirds, ascending and descending. So today we're going to start with a perfect fourth. So I wanted to use a common jazz standard for the perfect fourth. So I thought we could start with a little All the Things You Are. This is Chris Potter. Listen for this perfect fourth ascending. If only that guy had some tone. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. Check it out again. Here, listen to the perfect fourth on All the Things You Are. Isn't that awesome? So it's All the Things You Are is obviously a staple of the Great American Songbook, and that is an easy perfect fourth to hear. Let's hear it one more time. So cool. Okay, let's go to the perfect fourth descending. This is from a live stream from fabulous pianist Emmett Cohen. He's been putting on amazing concerts in his apartment every Monday. You should check it out. And this is with vocalist Veronica Swift. They do their version of Yardbird Suite.
I sing this song hoping you'll all find out. I sing this song hoping you'll all find out.
Isn't that swinging? I love Emmett Cohen's playing so much. So again, for our perfect fourth ascending, we have All the Things You Are. And then for our perfect fourth descending, we have Yardbird Suite. That first easy way to hear it. And then we're also using it in the context of jazz standards. Okay, what about a tritone? Let's do a little something from Wynton Marsalis. Okay, I have to explain this. So this is Thelonious Monk's Think of One. This is usually played something like, right? It's a great tritone ascending. It's a great way to think about it. If you know this tune, Think of One. It's a great tune. First of all, you should learn it. But also that thing that happens at the end of every A section is such a great key in on a tritone ascending. And I found this live video of Wynton's band in the early 80s, and we got to hear this a couple more times. I just love what happens. Things, as they do in live jazz situations, sometimes don't go exactly as planned, and I love this moment here. Check it out. But I mean, the good news is we get the tritone ascending like 5 times. Let's do it again. That's so great. I've been there. I've been there. Okay, the tritone descending. This was an easy choice, right? This is Sonny Rollins' Blue 7 from his classic saxophone Colossus. Ooh, I want to give a shout out here to my buddy Romero Lubambo, who I see here on the chat. What's up, Romero? Thanks for joining us. Check it out. This is, of course, Blue 7. One of the great solos, I think, of Sonny's great career. And the head of this tune starts with a descending tritone. So smooth. Let's hear it again. Isn't that great? That's such a well-known tune, and one that I've listened to thousands of times, I'm sure. And so for me, whenever I think of a tritone descending, this is the first thing that comes to mind. What about a perfect fifth? This is usually one of the easiest things to hear, obviously, because the overtone series, this is the first overtone that comes up from the primary tone. And there are all sorts of bass lines and melodies that are based off of the perfect fifth. There's a really great melody here on a jazz standard. This is Bag's Groove, and we'll hear from the man himself. Mr. Milt Jackson's going to lay it out very specifically. So that very first two notes of Bag's Groove, another famous blues head, is obviously a perfect fifth. Let's hear Milt play it again. Awesome. How about a perfect fifth descending? This one might be not as obvious, but this tune you'll likely know. This is Stan Getz and Terry Lynn Carrington. I didn't have to have anything after that first melody there, but that fill is just so happening what Terry Lynn plays there that I just kind of wanted to listen to it again. So let's hear it again. Again, so our reference here is 7 Steps to Heaven. That first interval of the melody is a perfect fifth descending. So if you're ever looking for a reference for a perfect fifth descending, that's what we can reference for that. Okay, the minor sixth ascending. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one to hear. I would say that the sixths, both minor and major, ascending and descending, those are the ones that people confuse the easiest, and for good reason. They're very close in our ear. And so there's having a really strong reference for this can be very, very helpful. So let's check out Brad Mehldau and Kenny Barron here playing Black Orpheus. This is a great reference for a minor sixth ascending. Let's check it out. Isn't that great? I kind of want to listen to this whole concert now of these two masters. So yes, that minor sixth ascending. If you know this tune, Black Orpheus, right? If we're learning the Great American Songbook and the Bossa Nova Songbook, we're learning the Jazz Standard Songbook, right? You're going to a lot of jam sessions. You're learning the canon. Learning your intervals with these references of these common tunes is a very helpful way to internalize it. That way, when you have to try to figure out a melody and an interval, you can use your reference melody to see if that's right. Like if you think, that sounds like a six. Is that a minor six? Well, is that Black Orpheus, or is that what am I doing? From Kind of Blue there. Why am I spacing? But is it a minor six or is it a major six? I think those references can help big time. Let's hear this one more time with Brad Meldau and Kenny Barron. Just awesome. Yeah, all blues. Boy, that is, if that's not the biggest brain freeze, I don't know what else would be. So, okay, so that's the minor sixth ascending. Now, the minor sixth ascending is actually even harder to hear. There are a few melodies that we can pull from the Great American Songbook or the Jazz Standard Songbook to help us. But the thing that came to mind the most for me with this is Ray Brown. And I know that seems weird. And this isn't even a melody. We're going to go back to Bag's Groove for our reference. But this bass line is so common, and you hear bass players do it, and nobody played this bass line better than Ray Brown. This is a minor six descending. This is Bag's Groove. Listen to how Ray plays. It's the first two notes of the head. He's going to play a G, right? And down there. So let's check it out. Again, that example didn't have to be that long, but how could you not put that part in there? So sometimes thinking about bass lines, some people here in the chat have already said, you know, for the perfect fifth, they think about the bossa nova, right? Going up a fifth and back down. For me, when I think of minor sixth descending, I think of this kind of bass line, starting on the root and then going to the third of the chord, but going down. That kind of thing can be very helpful. Let's hear Ray and Oscar Peterson play this on Bag's Groove once more. I mean, come on. That is what we call ear training with standards. If you want to go on a deeper dive, you can check out the link here in the chat or the description for my new 5-minute ear training course, where we do a series of just 5-minute slow ear training practice using these techniques, really just upping our game and upping our ears. So yeah, you can also, of course, check out openstudiojazz.com for all of our courses. And yeah, if this is the kind of content you want to see, go ahead and hit the like button. Maybe hit a subscribe if this is your second or third or fourth time checking out one of these videos. We're having a blast around here. We're doing a lot of cool stuff, so come join us.